When you're digging into those Halloween treats this weekend, take note if they have the boxes of candy, how much space is filled with air. That extra space has been at the center of several class action lawsuits lately. A New Jersey judge recently dismissing a case against Tootsie Roll Industries that claimed the company dramatically underfilled its boxes of sugar babies and junior mints. Now, it's actually called slack fill. It's the difference between the capacity of a package and how much product it actually contains. So that's where we begin in tonight's Is It Legal discussion with civil rights attorney Robert Patillo, along with Lawyer Differently founder Bryan Rotella. Great to have you both back, gentlemen.
Thanks, Shannon.
Hi, Shannon.
Okay, so we've got an illustration that's part of one of these complaints. It's got a Sugar Babies box, and it shows the box, and then it shows how much of the box actually had air fill on it. That's the red part. And then the part that actually had candy is the bottom part, the non-red part. So, Robert, what are we to do with this? Is it legit?
No, it's not legit. You know, even though sugar babies has a completely different meaning in the modern context, I want people to think about it this way. If you buy a 50-inch TV, they give it to you in a 70-inch box because it has packing materials and other things inside of it. You don't look at the box and say, where's my 70-inch TV? Because you don't go by the size of the box, you go by the description that's written on it. So if the container of sugar babies has the proper ounces on it, if it has the proper serving size on the back, then guess what? You have no cause of action. You're supposed to be going by what it says on the box, not the size of the box.
And that's basically what the judge said here in the U.S. District Court, kind of booting this thing out from class action status, said the net weight of the candy, both in metric and standard measurements, is displayed on the front of the boxes. So, Brian, is that enough? Because, frankly, I don't want any packing materials inside the box. I don't think they're necessary for sugar babies.
Well, Shannon, again, we're suing over sugar baby fraud. Let's get that out there. But
I mean, if it
to
was
agree
snow
with
caps, I could get on board with you. But sugar babies, no.
Maybe milk duds. But going back to what Robert said, there's a reason, not a fraud reason, to have this slack filler ear space. I call it crunchy or smushy. You don't want your potato chips crunchy. You want that space in there so they're pure. I don't want my junior mints smushy. I love junior mints. Now, we have Halloween coming up here, and the only other thing I'll say is there's another really legitimate reason. Old enough to remember when we did autopsies on our trick-or-treat candy so that there wasn't anything in there that was contaminated. More space in these packages, more risk for that. So I hate to be the neighbor with the lights off on Halloween Eve here when trick-or-treaters come around, but I think these cases have to be dismissed and out.
Okay, so the FDA has this to say about containers. It says a container that does not allow the consumer to fully view its contents shall be considered to be filled as to be misleading if it contains non-functional slack fill. Slack fill is the difference between the actual capacity of a container and the volume of product contained therein. I mean, Robert, isn't that the way we would decide a legal dispute? I mean, the FDA definition says if there's no purpose for that air in there and you can't see it when you're buying the product, that it's not legit.
Yes, I think that's a portion of it, but I think at the same time you have to use the common sense standard that every American uses. If you look at the label when you buy the product, it tells you price per ounce usually of what you're paying for. If you look on the front of the box, as the judge said, it has both the metric and the standard measurement. If you look on the back, it has the number of sugar daddies you're supposed to eat per serving and how many servings are in the. How many more ways can they tell you how much is in the box besides making it translucent?
Brian, 10 seconds.
Shannon, I think next we're going to have the Desperate Trial Lawyers show out. I'm sorry, it is sugar baby fraud lawsuit. Let's put this one on the shelf.
Okay, have a wonderful Halloween. I hope you both get delicious candy. Just what you're looking for.
Same to you, Shannon.
You too,
Okay.
You too, Shannon.